How y'all doing? How you doing? Let's dive right into this real quick. The title of this is A Gap is a Gap, whether you like it or not. Now, I pulled this up and we have some gaps. We have a gap here, and this is a pretty big gap. And then we have another gap that's over here. Oh, no, I want to zoom out yet. Right here. So we got a gap in this area here. It was a gap down. Now, let me tell you something about this. This is where a lot of people in their systems, in EA systems, make a major mistake. We're going to zoom in on the gap I put in. This is my self gap. I put this gap in myself. There's actually another one too, right there. See there? There's a gap right here. But the system is not picking up this gap because this gap is technically, since this gap is not big enough, the system is not reading it. It doesn't matter. A gap is a gap. whether it's whether it's 25 cents, whether it's $300, a gap is a gap. You must always make a notation of that. Same way with what's this? NQ. NQ has the same thing right here. This is a gap. Now see, if you pay attention up here, we're going to go with close first, which is here. Do you see the close? 12,311. Now that's the close, 12,311. Now look at the open. The open is 12,312. That's a gap, people, whether you like it or not. That has to be notated. The problem is people will not notate this because they feel like it's not big enough to be notated. Yes, it is. A gap's a gap. It doesn't matter. It doesn't, get that out your head that the gap had to be humongous. It doesn't. You have to notate that. You have to put that down. And I'm hoping people learn, because a lot of these systems, and I went here to my studies and I added every study that has something to do with a gap. And none of those showed up. Not one of them showed up. I add all three of them to see if it would show up. I made sure none of them showed up whatsoever. See, that's a problem. That's a big problem. So now if this market out of mistake, just kind of go crazy and spike down and knock this gap out, the first thing a trader's gonna say, "Whoa, man, the markets are unpredictable. Shit, man, ain't nobody seen that coming." Yes, you can, because it's there. But people are not paying attention to those little faint, subtle things. The market is designed to take your money, whether you like it or not, people. And I hate to tell you that, but that's just the truth. And if you don't make a notation of that little thimble, that little 25-cent gap, I'm telling you, to come back to bite you. I promise you it will. All right? Lincoln Mitchell.